Good evening. It's Rashida Strober. I am the world's first and only dark skinned activist. I am the creator, the inventor, the designer, the architect of the very first platform in history to advocate against colorism, against dark skin discrimination, and darkism. I started this platform called Dark Skin Activism in the year 1998 before anybody came onto social media or reality television and talked about colorism or dark skin discrimination. I was there first doing it from a grassroots level on the ground, fighting for real. And dark skin activism is simply a humanitarian movement to equalize dark skinned people throughout the world. That's really what it all boils down to. It's a humanitarian movement uh, that seeks for equality. And I think that anybody that's for justice, anybody that's for equality, anybody that's for what is right, can stand in solidarity with dark skin activism. Anyway, I was the first to create this lane. I created it from scratch, from my soul, from my heart, and wanting to call attention to the very unique struggles that dark skinned people face. Not to say that black people in general, we obviously know that black people in general face a multitude of struggles for being black, but there's a subset to this, and it's something called darkism, where dark skinned people face an even deeper problem due to the darker the skin tone is, the more issues that we have. And so, one of those things that I want to highlight is that people don't feel sorry for dark skinned females like that. They don't feel, and I think that's why I've had a part of the reason why I've had such a hard time um, with what I've been going through and what the things that have been occurring regarding uh, having no protection in general of black women on social media, where I believe that if you do some research into it, you will see that black women in general, and I would make the argument that dark skinned women make up a large proportion of that, are the most attacked women on social media. Everybody feels that it's okay. It's okay to not like a black woman, disparage a black woman, put a microscope on the black woman's faults and transgressions and sins, and act as if it's only black women that do these things and no other race of women are guilty for it. And so, in doing that, the root cause of that is because the black woman, the dark skinned black woman, is the most devalued. People don't care, and it's really because you're dark skinned. No matter how much people want to just say, Rashida, that's all in your head, you're making this up. I'm actually telling the truth. If you want to contribute to my dark skin campaign, which is the Dark Skin Activist Tour that's ongoing, you can go to my Cash App, $rashidalala, or if you just like the work that I do and you think that I'm worthy of compensation for that, go to my Cash App, $Rashida Once again, my Cash App is $Rashida. You can also go to my PayPal, icecreamladydream at yahoo.com. Once again, icecreamladydream at yahoo.com. And I want to say a special, big, huge thank you to the people that have continued to financially support Rashida Strober, the dark skin activist. I have a special place in my heart for you because you 100% team Rashida. You understand the atrocities, the indignities, the discrimination. You get it, and you understand the hard work that I'm putting in, the dedication, the sincerity that I have put in. You understand it, and I am very grateful for you and your continued financial support. That's to everybody that's financially supported me. I want you to know that I am very grateful, and I'm going to continue to fight for equality. I won't stop. You got my word on that. My word is my bond, and I'm going to keep on fighting because I already know that the work has made an impact. When I got a text message from a young lady who I'd given my book away to for free back in Jacksonville, and she told me her testimony about when she read my book, Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. She said how much it helped her, and I keep hearing the same thing. The book, Darkism, helps people to understand that it's not all in their head. it's not all in their head. They get it now once they read the book. And that's probably my greatest contribution, because I'm happy to alleviate the stress and the anxiety that some people feel who've been told that you're a hater, you're jealous, because they talk about their dark skin discrimination, which I call darkism. And so darkism is a word that came out of my brain that I created to define, provide a framework to the unique experience that dark skinned people face. It's not colorism. No. Colorism is a older paradigm, and it serves a purpose, and people have not been honest. You got people talking about colorism. I started it off on social media. I'll say that to the day I die. People mock me, now they copy me, but that ain't the new paradigm. The new paradigm is darkism, because darkism is more definitive. Darkism is a defining word that hones in on the essence of what dark-skinned people truly face. And if you are a person that wants to understand it, you will study the dark-skinned activists and dark-skinned activism, because dark-skinned discrimination is a different kind of discrimination. So in essence, dark-skinned people face darkism, colorism, and racism. I'm going to have to do a whole entire video on that, just giving you my philosophy and opinions of the dark-skinned activist Rashida Strober. I'm going to do an entire live and discussion. I may do this on my website, and I might charge for it because I'm tired of giving y'all my stuff for free. Dark-skinned people, I'm going to entitle the live, dark-skinned people face darkism, colorism, and racism. Yeah. They're all brothers and sisters. They're all a part of the same family. And whether people want to realize it or not, or give me the credit or not, I am the first social theorist, the first activist to say this and to call this out. But, people will give me credit through speaking about it, but they won't say, well, I got this from Rashida Strober, or I learned this from Rashida Strober, or I'm speaking about it because Rashida Strober had the boldness to come out and talk about it. Okay? And it's what God put on my heart to do. It's my life's mission. Once again, if you would like to support what I do, you can go to my website, darkskinactivist.com, and you can get a free copy of my book, e-copy of my book, entitled Darkism, 25 Ways Dark Skin People Are Discriminated Against, and you'll begin to understand the dynamics of how darkism works, what it is and how it works. Definitions and examples, very, very important when you are defining and developing a paradigm for a phenomena that was always there but was not uniquely defined. And that's what darkism is and does. And it is an offshoot of dark skin activism. Make no mistake about it. You can go to darkskinactivist.com and download the free ebook. If you want to contribute to me for all the work that I've done, you can go to my Cash App, $Rashida You can go to my PayPal, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Darkism is manifested when dark-skinned women are not believed. Dark-skinned women are not, understand what has happened here because of darkism. First of all, dark-skinned women are disliked because they're dark-skinned. I don't want you to ever forget that. No matter how many people try to convince you that it's a dark-skinned woman's personality, or it's a dark-skinned woman being a single mother, or it's a dark-skinned woman's eyes, or it's a dark-skinned woman the way she eats. No. Now, some of that stuff is true regarding why dark-skinned women aren't liked, but it's also true for why non-dark-skinned women are liked. The difference here is darkism, or dark skin, is the common denominator. Okay? The first reason that a dark-skinned woman is not liked is because she's dark skinned. And this particularly goes on within the dark skinned woman's own race. It's very important for y'all to understand that. Very important. If you want to make a contribution, please go to my Cash App, $Rashida Lala. Once again, $Rashida Lala. The dark-skinned woman, and I've had this happen to me more times than I can count. I ain't did nothing to nobody. I ain't committed no crime. I ain't looked mean at anybody. I ain't hit nobody. I haven't done anything. I could just walk somewhere, sit down, mind my own business, not say a word, and be disliked for the simple fact that I am dark-skinned. So I want you to understand that the chief reason that starts the dislike for a black woman who's dark-skinned is because she's dark-skinned. That starts it off. Now, if there's other characteristics that are undesirable, then that will amplify it, right? Then what will happen is the people that truly don't like the dark-skinned woman because she's dark-skinned, they will then begin using those other reasons as a cover-up, when their real reason is a deep-seated hatred for the woman for being dark-skinned, usually with nappy hair. That's the reason. And every black person listening to the sound of my voice, you know deep down in your soul that I am telling the truth. I'm only here to give you the facts. So when a dark-skinned woman is a victim of some type of crime, some type of violent crime, some type of crime that any other woman that is not dark-skinned, not black, is, they suffer from the same crime, it's very hard to find empathy because the woman is dark-skinned. And all of these other stereotypes have been added to the dark skin. Even if the woman isn't the stereotypes are not relevant to that woman. Even if she's just sitting there minding her business, even if she's quiet and not loud, even if she doesn't have any children, multiple children by multiple men, even if she isn't wearing weave, the common denominator is dark skin. And I made this argument more times than I can count. In fact, before anybody came online and uttered a word about colorism or dark skin, I have a video. I think I put the video on private because people were stealing my ideas about 6 or 7 years ago, where I went into detail with this argument. And here we are years later, and we find the same thing. Hi, Jonas. We find the same thing. Years later, we find the same thing. I don't want to say we're never going to get justice and be seen as equal and people have empathy for us. I don't want to say that. I'm a hopeful person. I'm trying to, like Jesse Jackson said, shout out to Jesse Jackson for all, and thank you for all the work you did. Shout out to the civil rights leaders and all the work, the real work they put in, the real work they done laid down, the real work they done laid down, the real work they done laid down. Okay. But I'm trying to keep hope alive. So I'm hopeful that it'll change. The situation will change. That's why I created Dark Skin Activism. If I didn't believe that things could change, I wouldn't have never created Dark Skin Activism. So that tells you that I'm a hopeful person. I keep hope alive. I kept hope alive, Jesse Jackson. I did. My Cash App is $Rashidalala. I would appreciate your contributions for all of my hard work. Once again, it's $Rashidalala. The PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. And the sad thing is, you got all these innocent, dark-skinned girls that are born every day, and they don't know and understand the world that they being born into. That's the saddest part to me of all of this, of everything that I done been through in my life as a dark-skinned black woman, the struggle that I done had, the hell that I done caught, people victim bashing and blaming me for simply being born the wrong color. I was born the wrong color with the wrong hair. And as a result, I've had a hellified existence and a hellified life and have been mistreated, not believed, disrespected, spat on, taken from, stolen from, abused, misused, all that shit right there. In spite of all that right there, it goes back to a video I made years ago before anybody started talking about dark skin. They even steal that from me. I'm a dark skinned woman that invented the dark skin discussion, the colorism discussion. They steal that from me. But again, that's the nature of darkism. Um, my deepest sorrow and my deepest pain is for the dark-skinned girls that are being born. The innocent, dark-skinned girls that are coming into this world where they were born the wrong skin tone. That's like the biggest heartbreak for me at this point, because I don't feel that the situation has changed regarding darkism. It hasn't changed. Darkism is still running rampant. And I'm doing my part. You should do yours to fight against it. But at the same time, I'm an honest person. And the situation hasn't changed. You know, there are outliers that I talk about. There are tokens that I talk about. I wrote a book called Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment. And you can get that book. If you get it directly from me, it's $40. I'll send you an autographed copy. My Cash App is $Rashidalala if you would like to read Token Dark Girl. If you want to get it off of Amazon, you can go there. If you want to get the book from my website, darkskinactivist.com, you can go there. And see, that's the thing, you know, I talk about being ripped off and stolen from. When I'm dead and gone, people will discover all the work that I've done, and they'll say, you know what, she did create this, and people stole from her, and then profit off of my hard work. That is the nature of darkism. It's all a part of the program of darkism. It's all a part of it. But yet it remains. Ain't nothing changed. It remains that the most tragic part of darkism at this point for me, unless God steps in and say, you know what, we're going to eliminate and eradicate darkism, is the unborn dark-skinned girls. Because I'm already here on earth. I've already did my time and doing my time. I'm doing my time. You know, I'm doing my darkism prison time. Literally, that's what it is. Darkism prison time. I'm doing my time right now. Every day I wake up and every day I live and every day I breathe, I'm doing darkism prison time on this earth. That's what it is. The saddest part of it is the unborn dark-skinned girls and the dark-skinned girls that are being born and the dark-skinned people that are being born that I don't want to do darkism prison time. And I wonder, are they going to have to do darkism prison time? What do I have to do? You know, I need to work a little harder. I need to do some more darkism talks. I need to write some more dark-skinned books. You know, I need to expand the dark-skinned activist tour, you know. That's why I'm always raising funds to do that, because I need to push harder, because I don't want dark-skinned people to experience this. And shout out to my son. I never wanted you to be born into a world and experience darkism. And that's why I was always fighting to make sure you had a good education. That's why I was always fighting to make sure you understood the dynamics of staying out of trouble and doing the right thing, getting your education, graduating from high school, not getting a criminal record. That's why I worked 2 and 3 jobs to put you in private school. That's why I worked to pay for tutors. That's why I worked so hard for you, because I was trying to mitigate darkism in your life. I was trying to give you a fighting chance. That's what it was. So, yeah, y'all. That's it. I just want people to have more empathy towards dark-skinned people and females, because we are not heard. We are real true victims, and people don't want to listen to us because we're dark-skinned, and it's so unfair, and it's not right. I didn't ask God to give me this dark-skinned color. This is the color that God gave me, and I love my color. You shouldn't be penalized for something that you can't control. I was born dark-skinned. That's not gonna change. I'm not gonna bleach my skin. I ain't doing that. I got no desire to bleach my skin. Everybody should respect and love everybody for what skin tone they are. I don't care what color you are. I don't go around disrespecting people. I don't care what color they is. You can be white, purple, green, whatever the case may be. I don't think that people should disrespect dark-skinned people, white people, purple people, yellow people. I think there should be a profound respect for a person because they're a human being. Simple as that. It is Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. Without me, nobody would be talking about dark skin. Nobody would be talking about colorism. Um, Please go to my Cash App, $Rashida Lala, and make a contribution. Or you can go to my PayPal, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Website is darkskinactivist.com. Thank you.